working on a project today to control the air on and off automatically. So when I push a button, the air will come on for 10 minutes and then turn off by itself, because sometimes we leave the air compressor on, I forget about it. I can hear it come on in the middle of the night because we have a really slow leak in this blue air line that goes throughout the garage. So I want to put this system in. So what I did was I bought a 12 volt actuator. I bought this off of Amazon for like 17 bucks. It's a 1/2 inch. I bought a off delay timer from eBay. It was about, I think it's $15.50. And then I had a 12 volt supply from some other thing. I usually keep these around the house just in case I ever need one. But I'm gonna hook this up so it automatically turns the air off and then the air compressor won't come back on. In all of my videos, I usually put the part numbers and where I got it from in the description. Sometimes the links are bad. If they are, you can notify me on a comment and I'll see if I can update it. But what I got here is it's a 12 volt actuator. It's 5 watts. It's a 1/2 inch. I'm using a 1/2 inch. This off delay relay, you have to watch when you buy these. You got to make sure that it's this type where you just momentarily push a button on. You'll push the button on, the relay will come on. It'll stay on for 10 minutes. This one's a 10-minute timer. And then after 10 minutes, it'll turn it off automatically. And then there's no power to it. Not until you push the button again. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simulate what's going on here, how I'm gonna wire it up. So this is the relay. It's an automotive relay, 12 volt relay. You got your 12 volts coming in on the 30. And then the output will be 87, which will go, this is a lamp, but this will actually be this valve actuator. And then you got your common going to 85 and then to the power supply, the 0 volt there. And then from 30 to 86, you're gonna put a momentary button. Just put a button over by wherever you're gonna use your air. Or you can use this for any project, really, for water, air, just a whole bunch of different things if you just want something to come on for 10 minutes. This is mainly where I use the air in the garage. This is on the other side of the garage. So I use all my air tools here. So I want to be able to push a button, just push a button here, and the air come on for 10 minutes. And then I don't have to worry about it. It'll just shut off on its own. What I have hooked up here is the plus here to the valve actuator plus, and then the common right here, this terminal. And then I have the common also from the power supply, and the power supply plus is here. And I have a jumper going from here to here. This will be my on off. So I just have to do that to make the valve actuate. So I'm gonna show you what it will do. All right, I have the power supply plugged in here. And what I'll do is I'll jump this out. I'll just act like a push button. Just barely hold it. And then this valve will open up. It's opened up. I'll show you how much current is being used next. Now I'm going to show you how much current this draws so you know what size power supply you're going to need. I'm going to activate this system now. And okay. So it started off at 400 milliamps, and with just the relay being pulled in right now, it's just well, it keeps going down. So maybe it's around, let's just say 130 milliamps. So on this power supply that I have, this one is a 800 milliamp at 12 volts. So as long as you get one that's above 400 or 500 milliamps, it'll probably be okay. And you may want to fuse it too. And after 10 minutes, which is about now, it'll cut off on its own. There it goes. Next thing I need to do is turn the air compressor off, and I'm open this valve and drain all the air out of the tank so I can remove this valve system. Of course, always wrap your fittings with Teflon tape. So on this air compressor, I just turn this valve 90 degrees so the valve will be this way instead. That'll leave enough room here so I can turn it off if for emergency reasons. I need to leave this valve on for emergency reasons. And then I'm gonna add this valve, Teflon tape, and I put my quick connect on there, and I'll just screw these down. So I thought it would be best, I just tie wrap this relay to the top of the valve actuator. That'd be the easiest thing to do. I've already got the red wire and the black wire hooked up on the relay. And what you can do is buy these double, I had this in one of my kits. It's a double male to a female connector that you can stick on there, so you can put more than one terminal on there. And so I've got the common from the power supply here and the common for the valve there, just like I showed you before. And what you can do is bend these tabs out like this. Just bend one tab, because these are insulated and they won't fit as well when they're insulated like that. So I'm gonna put the plus 12 there, and then after I plug it in, well, I got to run a switch yet, but what I'm going to do temporarily, just for this video, I'm not going to run the switch all the way across my garage today. I'm going to do that some other day. I'm just going to put this switch on here and then touch this to make it work. I'll just plug in my adapter to the wall. It's time to turn it back on with the valve closed. Well, I haven't picked up a switch yet and run the wire to the switch, but what I do have, I had on hand here is a momentary push button. I may use this, I may look around for something else, but for now, I'm going to use just this jumper wire to act as a switch. First, I'm gonna open this valve, and I'm gonna act like this is a switch just by hitting this. Now you can hear it opening. The air is filling up in the blue line. So this is a wire I'm going to use. I'm going to use security wire. It's an 18-2 cable for this push button switch, but this is a little overkill. You can go with a 22 gauge or something like that, but this is what I had. And then I bought a doorbell. Just take it apart real quick and take the cover off. Basically, it's just connecting these two plates together. So put the wire there, one wire there. So I'm mounting my switch in between the garage doors, putting it right here, and I'm running my wire up, and then I'm gonna attach it to the blue pipe. But what I do when I strip wires back, especially if they're stranded, is I strip it back, and then I strip it back a little piece and put it on the end, pull it to the end, so when I wrap it around the screw, it doesn't fray out. It's just a little tip. Now that I got it wired up, I'm gonna put the button back on. If I do it right. Okay. And put the cover back on. There we go. Now that I got the wire run down the blue hose here over to the air compressor, I tied it into the relay here. So I put the red wire on the 12 volts, and then I put the black wire on the signal. So let's go give it a try and see what it does. So I've got the button right here on the wall, labeled it. Here's the nozzle. I'm gonna push the button. And I hear it coming on. There we go. So we'll have air for 10 minutes. Since this is a 12-volt system, you really don't need to put it in a box or anything, so I just strap it to the top. I really like this actuator. You could use this for a lot of different things. You can use it for water and air. I would not use it for gas because it's not explosion rated. But you could use it for all sorts of applications, and I thought this one was a good one. Now on these timers, you can get these in different times. I just chose 10 minutes because I usually just pumping up air in the tires or something like that. If I'm working under the car and I want the air on longer, maybe I would get one that's an hour long. You may have to go to an industrial type of relay to do more time to make it more adjustable. But I chose this and I like it. So this would be a good project for a woodworking shop or something like that, or maybe an automotive shop, or maybe just a garage like I have. You can also use it for water and some other things. But I hope you liked this video and hope this helped you.